Hello and welcome to the UK MMA League. My name's Lloyd Clarkson. I'm your commentator for today's proceedings. We're going to get straight in with our first bout. In the red corner, we have Eduardo Andrade. Andrade is fighting out of SJ MMA Gym. He's wearing the black shorts with the Brazilian flag. He's in the red corner with the red shin guards on. His opponent, Lawrence Cox. Cox is fighting from Total Dojo. Cox is wearing the blue camo shorts with the blue shin guards. He's in the blue corner. Thank you for the colour coordination, gents. So this is a featherweight bout, and we are straight in. Quick overview of the rules for everybody out there. This is 1 5-minute round, no headshots at all, standing or grounded. This is classed as amateur Class C rules. Andrade flying in with some knees to the body, breaking from the clinch. Big outside kick there from Andrade. Nice spear kick from Cox. So Cox trying to take control of the ring, cutting off Andrade into the cage wall. This is very effective when using your grappling and wrestling skills, because you can use the cage wall. It's quite a small cage that we're competing in today. Some nice big shots to the midriff there from Andrade. Massive roundhouse kick followed by another one from Cox. So Cox now really working the body shots, pinning Andrade down into the cage wall. Now we can start to see Andrade is starting to feel those body shots. So you'll notice the guard is very, very low on our opponents. Because there's no headshots, the elbows are in tight. It's a very wrestling-based BJJ stance. And a nice catch there from Andrade. Catches Lawrence's kick, doesn't follow it through, and Cox takes advantage, throwing on a guillotine. So it's a standing guillotine up against the cage wall. Cox is going to take his time and try and sink this on. Andrade needs to defend this guillotine. There's several ways you can defend a standing guillotine. You can slam, you can throw your own arm over and move your hips to the side and go for a reverse submission yourself. Cox pushing his hips forwards, really trying to lock on that guillotine, and he's lost one hand there, so it's now loosened off. We can see a bit of a gap there. Eduardo Andrade having a little bit more space to breathe as he drives Cox into the cage wall. Andrade is trying to take Cox down with his head still stuck. He needs to clear the head from that position before he takes his opponent down. Referee Scott Pooley there, just reiterating what he said at the rules briefing earlier today. You cannot grab the cage for stability. You can walk up the cage wall with your feet if you're on the ground, but you can't grab it with your fingers. So just over the halfway mark in this 1 5-minute round bout. We can see Eduardo Andrade pinning Lawrence Cox up against the cage wall. He's freed his head. He's worked his right arm through. Some very naughty cage grabbing there from Andrade. So Cox firing home those kicks. Big shots to the midriff. Nice spear kick. We can hear the corner of Andrade, SJ MMA, encouraging him to try and catch the kicks when they come in. And again, Cox with a fantastic takedown from guillotine there. And he's sunk that on. He's got mount control. This is a bad position for Andrade, but he pops his head out. Very nice escape. So Cox now trying to stack Andrade up into the cage wall. He's working a high mount position. This is where the body is high up your opponent's chest. Andrade is trying to shrimp his body down and regain some form of control, whilst Cox is looking to lock on an Americana. It's a bit high. You can see Andrade's shoulder is in a very high position when that was on. He's escaped the move now, but with the shoulder high, it gives you plenty of flexibility, so you're unlikely to get the submission from that position. And Cox now stacks his man up against the cage wall. And he's looking to switch. I can't quite see from here, but it looks like a key lock, Kimura. which is basically the opposite of the Americana, pulling the arm behind the back, and it's a shoulder lock. And he switches. Andrade passes the hand up to defend, and Cox is now looking to switch back to the Americana. Pinning Andrade's shoulder with his left leg. Isolating Andrade's right arm. It could be an armbar from here, but Cox is limited because he's up against the cage wall. Last 10 seconds of the round. Andrade's going to want to survive and take a draw. Cox is desperately going to want to finish to get maximum points. And we just got a verbal submission with 2 seconds left on the clock. That is going to be a win for Lawrence Cox and a win for Total Dojo. Very well done, guys. So referee Scott Pooley just giving them a brief talk down, just confirming they're at the rules briefing, confirming they understand the rules. So we're off 1 5-minute round of action in the featherweight competition. Elric coming up with a massive, massive kick to the body and a nice judo throw straight on the ground. So the early seconds, we're down on the ground. Sarota escapes out and goes for rear control on Starbuck. Doesn't manage to get it. So Starbuck on top in the guard position. In the guard position. Sarota on the floor. He's got an open guard. Starbuck postures up. Sarota catches an ankle, reverses him. So Starbuck takes a half guard position. Sarota on top, pinning Starbuck against the cage wall. Starbuck leaning forwards and looking to work key lock position on the arm. So it's a shoulder lock. Sarota rolls beautifully. Very nice escape there from the K-Star opponent. Starbuck keeping it on. Have a little brief discrepancy there. Referee Scott Pooley, so he definitely saw a tap from Sarota. His corner sound happy with it. Sarota doesn't, but it's competitor safety first. So we're going to award the win to Elric Starbuck. Fastest win of the day so far. Okay, so sticking with the featherweight category, Ishfaq Ali. Ali is in the red corner. He's wearing the white rash guard with the blue and grey shorts. Rob DAngelo. DAngelo from SG MMA in the red corner. He's topless, wearing the black, blue and white shorts. Ali from Junction 14 Combat MMA. So DAngelo versus Ali. DAngelo comes out, 2 opening big kicks. Ali fires a kick back and goes straight in for the clinch. Nice clinch control from DAngelo. DAngelo securing both underhooks. Underhooks being the control point under the elbow. Lovely takedown from DAngelo, but Ali has reversed that into a full mount position, taking beautiful advantage of that. Now he's Ali trying to control the head and work a triangle on DAngelo. Momentarily lost composure, but it looks like he's got it on. He needs to not rush this. He needs to take his time, secure the position, and not waste energy this early on. So there he goes. He's passed the arm across the face, but DAngelo looks like popping his head out. Ali reapplies. DAngelo looks to transition to an armbar. There we can see Ali also trying to secure an underhook of the leg. Brilliant control position there from Ishfaq Ali. Impressive stuff to see at amateur level. DAngelo, it's an open guard, so DAngelo now trying to pass. Sits back into guard. Ali had half a butterfly. He's now gone for full closed guard. So closed guard being where the ankle's a lot behind the back. Legs around your opponent as the pace will now settle. So with that initial burst out of the way, Ali is stacked against the cage wall. DAngelo is on top. Ali has a closed guard. We can see Ali using a move called the plank to control his opponent there, controlling the distance that he can have against him. as Ali works up for a very high guard. Now, the high guard is dangerous. You've got all kind of options, arm bars, triangles. So we're going to see a very technical guard game. That's very clear, which is good stuff to see. We would expect this from these two gyms. We've seen them at the MMA League before. SJMA have had a massive presence. M1 Junction 14 Combat MMA. They've had a fair few fighters at the league the last few seasons. So they know the rules. They will have been drilling their guys specifically for the MMA League rules. So a brief overview of those rules for everyone at home. 1 5-minute round, no headshots whatsoever. You can win by submission. You can win by a stoppage. You do not win on decision. So if you go the distance, you get a draw. This pushes. Oh, there we go. Nice armbar take there from Ishfaq Ali. Shoots his hips up high, buries DAngelo's arm into his groin, but DAngelo escaped beautifully. So now Ishfaq riding high again, proving that he's very comfortable in the guard position. Nice roll there. So Ishfaq Ali into mount, seated triangle, positioning DAngelo's arm across his face. All he needs to do to finish is to get that right ankle tucked under his leg. Beautiful escape there from DAngelo. That is absolutely fantastic escape there from DAngelo. So the pace slows again. We are 3.5 minutes into our 1 5-minute round bout. So Ali secures arm control because there's an arm triangle on DAngelo there. So he's got his own arm across his face using his left forearm to control his head and shoulders. Ishfaq Ali throwing some shots down. It's very rare that you see a TKO finish in the league. It's DAngelo searching for Ali's arm to regain some form of control. He does. He scooches his arm out of that position. Ali leans over as DAngelo claims full guard position. So DAngelo has the guard position. Ali is on top. Ali posturing up to pin DAngelo down to the floor. He's got to be careful because Ali clearly very comfortable with guard work, leaving his arms wide open for the armbar or triangle. And there it comes. There's the attempt from DAngelo. DAngelo's attempt at a triangle. Ali defends very, very well indeed. Gets that left arm in, creates a space, drives through, back into guard position. Now he's got to watch that DAngelo doesn't invert him as Ali did to DAngelo about a minute ago with his sticking his leg up. He doesn't. He escapes. Still in guard position, still on top. Ali not progressing as fast as he was when he was in guard himself as we go to the last 10 seconds. And we go to a draw. Rob DAngelo from SJMMA, Ishfaq Ali from M1 Junction 14 Combat MMA ends in the draw. Okay, so next we're coming in with a bit of a catch weight here. Rod Phelps from Paul Cage Academy. Phelps in the red corner, he's topless with the black shorts. His opponent, Tim Pottery. Pottery coming in 74.4 kilograms from Exeter MMA. Pottery is in the black and white shorts with a red t-shirt. So Pottery has a distinct height advantage over Phelps, carrying approximately 5 kilos. What I can say, though, is that Phelps brings a lot of experience to the cage today. So this is going to be a very, very interesting bout. We can see Pottery coming in, barrage of shots, big body shots, nice roundhouse kick. Phelps going in for, what a surprise, a judo throw. Would never have expected that. Straight into side control, dipping his hips down. We've got a very nice, strong side control position there on Pottery. So Pottery is going to be looking to get out of that position, almost giving his right arm up into a crucifix position. Can get away with that in amateur. There's no headshots. Don't want to be doing that when you go professional rules, though, Tim. That will end in a bit of pain. So Podbury's left arm is secured. That is a very, very tight key lock on early in the rounds. Phelps passing into the guard position to finish. Podbury inverts over onto the top. He's got his head stuck. Phelps has got full closed guard, so this is guillotine o'clock. That's very, very tight position. Phelps is going to wrap the guillotine on and try and finish. You can see him pulling Podbury's hips down. As he pulls Podbury's hips down, he's going to close off the trachea and really bring every last little bit of air out of his lungs. But Podbury is doing very, very well to survive this. The hand falters there, he's thinking about tapping and he's given up, he's repositioned, got a bit of air and he taps. So it's a nice guillotine win there for Rod Phelps and Paul Cage Academy.